Welcome. In this explainer, we're diving into a question that's probably popped into your head every time you've stepped into an elevator. What actually happens if the cables snap? We're going to look at the incredible engineering that keeps you safe, and this is all based on insights from Neelam Talreja, the founder of Mindseed Tutorials in Malad West, Mumbai. She has a real passion for finding new ways to accelerate learning, so let's get started. Okay, picture this. You're heading up, everything's normal, and then, bam. You feel a sudden jolt, and you hear that one sound you never, ever want to hear, the loud metallic crack of a cable giving way. It is that nightmare scenario, and it's happening right now. So what's the first thought that screams through your mind? It's got to be this one, right? The cable's gone. Am I going to just plummet? It's the ultimate fear, and it's the very thing that decades of brilliant engineering have been designed to prevent. Well, you can breathe a huge sigh of relief because the answer is a resounding no. You are not going to freefall. Even with the main hoisting cable completely gone, there's a totally separate, clever safety system that kicks in. And here's the best part. It doesn't just slam you to a stop. It brings the car to a gradual, safe stop. It's some seriously smart engineering. So how in the world does that work? Well, let's meet the unsung hero of elevator safety, a little device called the governor. Think of it as the brain of the whole emergency operation, and it is always, always watching. The governor system is basically a speed cop for the elevator. See, it's this flywheel that's connected by its own separate cable, and it spins at the exact same speed that the elevator car is moving. Its one and only job is to notice if that car starts going too fast. And if it does, it pulls the trigger on the emergency brakes. The way it works is just beautiful in its simplicity. So check it out. You've got this dedicated governor cable looped around a couple of flywheels, and it's attached to the car so they all move together. As the elevator picks up speed, that top flywheel spins faster and faster. Thanks to centrifugal force, some weighted arms inside it get pushed outward. If the car goes too fast, past its safety limit, those arms fly out just far enough to catch a latch and lock the whole flywheel solid. It just stops, cold. And right there, that's the trigger. The governor's flywheel is locked solid, which means its cable is now completely stationary. But wait, the elevator car is still falling. And that difference in motion, a stopped cable attached to a moving car, is what sets everything else in motion. So what exactly does it trigger? This is where the muscle of the system kicks in. We're talking about a brilliantly simple and effective mechanical brake. It's often called the wedge brake, and this is the thing that physically grinds the car to a halt. Now, before we see this brake in action, we have to talk about a super important concept, progressive braking. Think about it. You don't want the elevator to just slam to an instant stop. That sudden jolt could be really dangerous all on its own. The whole point is to have a smooth, controlled, gradual stop. It's all about slowing down safely. Okay, so let's follow the chain of events. The car is moving down, but the governor cable attached to it is locked up tight. That tension yanks on a lever system right on the car itself. The force is so strong it overcomes a powerful spring, making the lever rotate. And that rotation does one thing. It shoves two big wedge-shaped brakes outwards, forcing them to squeeze against the steel guide rails on either side of the shaft. And that incredible friction is what brings the car to that nice, safe, progressive stop. It's simple, it's purely mechanical, and it is unbelievably reliable. This modern system is just genius, right? But it's actually the result of over 150 years of innovation. To really appreciate how amazing today's brakes are, we need to take a quick peek back in time at the original elevator safety brake. So, way back in 1853, a guy named Elisha Otis invented a safety brake that was truly revolutionary. It used a giant leaf spring. If the main rope snapped, the spring would expand and jam these metal pieces into toothed rails along the side, stopping the car instantly. It worked. But man, that stop was jarring. Even worse, sometimes the force was so great it could actually break the teeth on the rail or even the metal stoppers themselves, which means the whole brake could fail. The modern progressive brakes solved both of those huge problems. But here's the thing. The governor and the wedge brake, as amazing as they are just one part of the story. Modern elevators are built with multiple, redundant layers of safety. It's like a safety net on top of a safety net. The key word here is redundancy. Backups for the backups. For instance, even before those mechanical brakes engage, the elevator's own electric motor can flip into reverse, acting like a generator to create electromagnetic drag and slow the car down. Today's governors are often mechatronic, which means they use electronic sensors to measure not just speed, but also acceleration, so they can react even smarter and faster. And then, in the almost impossible scenario where every single one of those systems fails, there are gigantic springs or hydraulic buffers sitting at the very bottom of the shaft, ready to cushion any impact. It all adds up to a system that is so incredibly foolproof that, as the source material puts it, and I love this quote, even if somebody tries to assassinate you by cutting all the elevator hoisting ropes, they won't succeed. You are going to land safely, all thanks to more than a century of refined, life-saving engineering. And that is how an elevator keeps you safe. Thank you so much for watching. And hey, if you're looking for personalized guidance and expert tutoring, be sure to reach out to Neelam Talreja at Mindseed Tutorials today.